Hello. My name's Mark. This is the third year that I've done the challenge, which is always a lot of fun to try to come up with something in 24 hours. And so on these two pieces, I wanted to concentrate on the artist and the way the art transforms as the artist transforms, depending on what's going on in her life. And for the purpose of my story, which I set up as like a fable, I drew inspiration, of course, from these two pieces, but I reversed the order of it and had the artist start with the art on the right, and then eventually creates the art on the left. Moreau was an artist, the most visionary and brilliant in the land of Pfaffenstadt. At least that is what he would tell you. Here, paintings became sculpture. Sculpture became architecture, which formed the very landscape. Moreau lived in a house he made. It began with a few brush strokes in brown that wound upwards like a tree trunk. Then he added corded veins of purple that snaked out into sinewy branches. With more paint, the mass grew, took shape, and spread out and up until it towered overhead. Moreau immediately moved into his new home. He was content. Then one day, in his yard, he saw a bizarre structure, all sharp angles that bent at mad trajectories like fragments of glass. It was a riot of black and green, iridescent and awful. A stout man waddled over. "Glorious, isn't it?" said the man, flashing a gap-toothed grin. He was dressed all in green. Moreau could not see the man's eyes behind his dark glasses, but suspected they too were green. "If by glorious you mean hideous, I agree," replied Moreau. The man chortled. The gap-toothed grin remained. "I am Verdun, and my work is all over town. Come and see." "I don't like the town," said Moreau. "Ah, but you see, the mayor has challenged the best artists in the land to create a new park in 6 days. I'm sure you'll decline, so I brought this delightful piece for you to enjoy." Moreau seethed as the green man ambled off, laughing all the way down the hill. He would have to come up with something even more fantastic, but he'd need more paints. The town would be full of Verdun's grotesque creations, yet he had no choice. So Moreau started off. At the bottom of the hill, there was a small shop amongst the trees. The sign said Arts and Crafts. The inside of the shop was crammed with supplies, but he could find no paints. "Hello, my name is Bix," came a soft voice. A woman with fiery red hair gazed up at him. "I need paints to create a park in 6 days, he said. Bix explained that Verdun had bought all her paints. "However, there is another solution," she said, holding out a wooden box. "These are my own paints. You may use them, if I can come with," she said. He preferred working alone, but nodded his assent. Back at Moreau's house, he grabbed his brushes and opened the box. He had never seen such colors. She chuckled at his consternation. "An artist likes a challenge, Moreau, but if you can't..." Moreau began to paint, but the usual twisting tendrils shrank from the new colors. He dipped a wider brush into the red and swung a wide arc into the air, then added more curves in yellow, orange, and purple, encircling layers that rotated and spun. "I've never done anything like this," he said, turning to Bix, who smiled. "Looks like you're ready. You have 6 days, Moreau. Make it good."